Today we are going to be making a couple of drives for a RFE balancer, and I already have downloaded those from the service wallet onto my computer, and I've unzipped them. And I have them here where the shortcut is. We'll open that up. And here is the program. We're going to go ahead and open the program. You will always get that warning message. Don't let that bother you. Now, I'm going to take and put the blank drive that we're going to use for the program drive, and I'm going to insert it in the computer. And you can see that when I inserted it, it came up as the I drive. We will close that for the time being. You'll notice as soon as I did that in the dist imager program, it now sees that I drive where it didn't before. So we have to look for the balancer program. So we're going to click on this. It's going to ask us where it is, and on my computer it is on this storage drive I have. And in balancer, we're going to look that up. And this is the program drive we're going to start with. And this is the image for that. We're going to open it, and we're going to go ahead and write that program. You will get this all the time, and then it'll start to write the program, as you can see here with the bar. While that's doing that, let's kind of move some of this stuff out of the way. You can see that that's moving away. I have all of the Hunter stuff in this one folder, my Hunter USB drive folder. So in the balancer folder, if you open it, you can see I have version 4.1 and the RFE 6.1.1 that we're doing right now. So like in this version 1, you notice there's a program folder and there's a data folder. In the program folder, here's the image for that. Now, if you were just looking at this ID of this image, you would have no idea which one it really is. So that's why I keep them in separate folders like that. So that's the program one, the data one. You can see now it's kind of generic, where you can see this is probably 4.1.2, but still kept in its own folder. It's a whole lot better with that. And then you can see that you have the RFE one here for the 6.1, and that has that in there. The other thing that I keep in these folders is I keep the where I download them. I always download them here. You can see I have both of those that I downloaded. The other thing that I do is when I go to unzip them, I put them in this folder. I'll copy it from that folder to this folder. I unzip them, and you can see that I did the 4.1s last, and then I take them from here and then I copy them in the permanent home in that 4.1 folder. Now also the thing I keep in here is the compatibility chart. That way I don't have to look it up every time I want to do it, although with a balancer right now it's either 4.1 or 6.1. That usually will cover 90% of everything you work on. And then the other thing is this great PDF that they have that shows how to make all these drives. And let's get this to where we can shorten it down a little bit so we can still see the other disk imager working. But through this, it goes through everything you need to know on making these drives, how to go through it. If you get an error code on there, there is this one here that you'll see. Trying to see where it is in here. I probably skipped by it already. But there is, on some of your computers, you're going to get this error. And you can go in, try to format the disk, see what will happen. The other thing is all of these software writing programs like this are really do not like when you have virus programs like Norton running, or if you have a Cronus on your computer and it's running. So you'll have to disable them, turn them off, do whatever. I actually have all of that turned off on this computer while I'm making this video, but normally I have an old laptop. It was a doorbuster I bought for like $200 5 or 6 years ago. I've recovered it so it's the way it came out of the store when I bought it from Best Buy, and that's what I use to make all of my disk, because there's nothing in there and it's pretty generic and works. Now on the program drives, when you get done, you're going to get this warning that says you'll need to format this disk. Hit cancel, hit OK, and you're going to see this and you're going to say, oh my god, this came up again. Well, if you notice in the first one it said drive with J and now it's drive I, you just want to cancel again. And the reason you want to that happens is when we write this program drive in the Linux file system, it actually contains 2 different partitions now on that drive. So when Windows sees it, it sees the 2 partitions, but it sees that they're not formatted for Windows. So you're going to get that error, but actually getting that error shows you that it was done and done correctly. You can verify if you want. I don't. I just take them out and use them and they work great. But that's kind of the cut and dry on how it works. And you'll notice it really didn't take that long. That was live with that, making that drive. So hope that works for you guys and have a great day. And I always keep a couple of these made in the van, so I always have them just in case of an emergency. If you are not using drives that are like identical to the Hunter drive and there's a big difference, make sure you buy a size larger. Like these, I'm doing these on Hunter drives and they're 16 gigabytes. If I was to do them on a generic SanDisk like I would buy from B&H or Autorama or someone like that, you would have to use a 32 gig, because otherwise it'll come back with a size error. It's that tight on the drive that you'll need to, if you're going to buy anything other than the Hunter drives, you're going to want to buy one size larger. And don't cheap out on the drives, guys. Buy a name brand. Buy like a SanDisk and use them. The cheap ones you find on Amazon are just that cheap, and they're not worth your gas to have to drive back. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.